Hello, folks. My name is Leo. Welcome to my notebook. So today I will talk about one of the animations from Netflix. It's called Blood of Zeus. Okay, so it's the second season. Okay, I will give you a little bit the synopsis here. Okay, so and what's happening in the first season and continues tell you what's going on here and give you my opinion, of course. So in general here, so and of course, I will give you my rate here, so don't worry that. Okay, so but before I do that, if you're first time here in this channel, so subscribe here. So put your like here, comments here. So have you watched this animation? So do you like? You dislike that? What's your opinion? And share this video to your friends. Yeah, and let's move on. Okay, so let's talk about Blood of Zeus. Yeah, the second season. So the first season they is explained that we have a character. This guy here, his name is Hero. Okay, Hero. He's a son of the Zeus. Okay, so Zeus, this guy is here. Okay, so and but he doesn't know that, right? So Harold and that's his friends, right? So there's all these. I don't remember. I think Hestia, that's the name, or Alexa, something like that. With the name. I don't remember all the names, right? But I will explain some important characters. Okay, so I'm not going to explain all them because there's too many characters here. Okay, so Harold, this guy here, so he's the son of Zeus. Okay, so but he doesn't know that. Okay, so the first season they explained that. So uh, they explained that. So wow, you are the son of Zeus, right? So and he and you need to take his power. So you need to replace him, right? So and that's why sometimes he has this power, right? So of Zeus, okay. Uh, and we have these friends here, so I'm not gonna talk about them because they are not so important here. But they also introduce some other characters like Ares here. So this guy, Apollo, and this guy here. Remember a little bit of Flash, right? So the series Flash, right? So he used these hammer and a little the wings here, right? So and his power is really interesting that because he used the speed, right? So and yeah, yeah, like quick silver, right? So like Flash, like Makari from Eternals, right? So yeah, really interested that, but I'm not gonna talk about a lot of this because these characters because they appears sometimes. They also have a Poseidon. They have and also we have Hera. Hera is a husband. Is a husband. Is a wife of Zeus. Okay, but she doesn't like the Zeus decisions, right? So, and the first season here, in the first season, she is the main villain here. Let's say, let's put it this way because she is against what Zeus is doing there, right? So it's like a Greek gods, right? So they explain a little bit what's their motivation, right? So that's the first season, okay? So and I will give my opinion for the first season and the second. The first season, I will give it my opinion a little bit. But here, the second season, probably I will. But the rate today is for the second season, okay, not the first. The first season, not so in general, okay. And we have Hates here. Hates, he's a guy who's a leader of the underworld. Okay, underworld. If you don't know that, so underworld is like like hell, let's say like that. And he's the leader there, and he has a person who leads her. Uh, that person here is Morso Fin. I forgot the name there. So and she is a member of this underworld, right? So they show. I will explain later that they show the tournament, right? So in Greece, right? So it's really interesting that, but I will explain a little bit later that. And also they have there's another guy they introduce here is Seraphim. Okay, so who is brother of Harold, right? Uh, I don't know why the picture is not here that about Seraphim, but that's the character, right? So and he has a brother called Seraphim who becomes a demon, right? So and I mean Harold has a brother, uh, which who is the also son of Zeus and Hera, right? And he becomes a demon, right? So and there's a connection here between Hades and Seraphim, right? So I will explain later there. Uh, and the first season is all about this. Like Hera, she allied allied to with the Seraphim, right? So and Seraphim can control these demons, right? These monsters, right? And Harold needs to save his people, right? So that's the things here. Uh, Only thing is a little confused about these blood of Zeus is like in the first season that we think the Zeus died, right? So it's a little spoiler, okay? So don't worry that it's died in the first season, but here he appears again. So I don't know what's happening here. That was a little confused for me, that right. So in this part here, so the second season here, I like the part when the hate. So I talk about the hates and not hates. Okay, the hates the Hades, right? So H and Seraphim, right? So that's the good parts that they explain who is Seraphim, right? So because they did explain in the first season who is Seraphim, why he became a demon, right? So he was a human or not, right? So that's all talk about. And yeah, so they use these Pegasus here, right? So the horses, the with your wings, right? And I like this animation here because especially it's so serious animation, right? There is no jokes here, so I think there is a lot of violence here. So I don't recommend for children to watch these ones, right? So because there are some parts that are so gore here, uh, but for adults, it's okay. You watch that because it's like some people like it a lot blood, a lot gore things here, right? And adults, it's okay. Children, no, don't. I don't recommend that. Okay, and this animation is really interesting that because this animation, I think is the same the production of this animation, I mean, right? The company production is the same who created Silverhawks, right? So it's the same, right? I think also Thundercats, I guess, right? So, but it's really interesting animation there. So it's a good story style. So they explain each character, the main characters here, like Hades, like Heron, Seraphine. So they focus on specifically character here, and they use other characters here to explain this specific character here. The first season they explain more the hero and that relationship between Zeus and Hero, right? So father and son, and he learning how to use his power, right? So the second season is more about Seraphim, right? So more about him. So they talk about his story, his past, right? So background and hates. They use hates here to talk about these, talk about Seraphim and explain more of this because hates. He always watching these people, right? So also Zeus, also right. So it's the same when you said Jesus, right? So or God, right? So God always is observing us, watching us, what we do, right? Even he is die or not, yeah. So he's watching, right? It's the same things like do you believe in God, right? So that's most people ask this question for other people, right? I'm Catholic, but I believe in God. Yes and no. Yeah, so I believe that he's there somewhere, right? But I don't believe it because I need, I can feel that. But when if you believe in God like in person, no. But just a feeling, yes. Okay. So Blood of Zeus is really violent, right? So there's a lot of good action scenes here, good fightings here, uh, and good dialogues, right? So and there's all these Greek mythology, right? So so if you want to learn more these Greek gods like Zeus, Hero, Hera, Hestia, all that will start with H, right? So Hero, Hero, then Hestia, Hera, right? So and you have uh, other characters here. All the guys are good here, right? So but they have a small participation here, right? So they focus on one specifically was okay, give it background. That was very interesting. That so, but in this second season was a little confused. Only thing I think it was missing here was a little confused about Zeus. He's dead or not, right? So sometimes they show he was dead, but now he appears, right? And I don't know, right? So and Hera is back here, right? So is also you think she's dead, but she's not, right? So that a little confused, but it's a really good animation here. So in general, so I like this animation. I think it is one of the best animations I ever watched here. Right. So and and this production I mentioned before here, this is from Korea. Okay, so this is from Korea, but it's all in English. Okay, so there's no audio in Korean, right? So only in English here. So it's really interesting that. So I really like this animation. So I think I recommend some people watch that. So if you have a religion, right? So about doesn't matter if you are Catholic, that so maybe you can learn something about the Greek gods in this animation that I don't, but if you watch Sensei, the anime, I think you will be confused, right? So, but watch this one. I think I don't know, is really true the story here, but because I never uh, I never searched for these Greek gods before, right? So I never think about it to search about these, right? So the real story, right? So, but I'm just I just focus on here, okay? So if you know the mythology of the Greek gods, but here in comments, okay? On comments here, so I want to see what's your vision about this, right? So if you watch this animation, that you can compare, right? So I just watched this animation because I like it when they take so serious about this topic, right? So about gods, the Greek gods, I mean, right? So for me, my rate for Blood of Zeus, the first season I will give 9, but this one I also give a 9. Okay, so in general I will give it 9, 9, 9.5. Okay, so 9.5 out of 10, both first season and second season. Okay, because it's a amazing animation, right? So they explain a lot of things here, so you need to pay attention to that. And then so only that part was a little confused. So maybe I was lost a little bit, right? Because I don't remember the first season because the first season was in 2020, right? So I'm not gonna remember all the things what's happening there in the first season. But here they recap a little bit what's happening, right? So if you watch the beginning of uh, in the beginning of the first episode, for example, they have a recap, right? So and they highlights the best moment, right? So of the first season. Okay, so so Blood of Zeus is a good animation in my opinion. Okay, so that's my feelings. Okay, so and really good. That a little confused sometimes there, but it's still really great here. Okay, so and thanks for watching this video, guys. Here, if you like this video here, put a like here. Have you watched this animation? What do you think? You like, you dislike it. So, if you are expert in Greek gods, you can compare this animation and real, the real story. Okay, so and also subscribe here. I need more subscribe here. That will be really helpful if you subscribe, give likes, comments, and share this video to your friends, right? Because I want to see a lot of people comment here, right, and give their opinion. Okay, so and I see you on the next video. Okay, so see ya. Take care.